Have you ever wondered what happens when the wind stops blowing or the sun goes down? We are building more and more amazing wind turbines and solar panels to create clean electricity. This is fantastic news for our planet, but it also gives us a big challenge. We need a way to save up all that wonderful energy for the times when we cannot make it. Think of it like packing a lunch. You make your food when you have time, so you can eat it later when you are hungry. Scientists and engineers are working on giant lunch boxes for our electricity, and one of the coolest ideas is hiding deep under the sea. Imagine a world where our power grid is like a giant rechargeable battery. When the sun is shining brightly and the wind is blowing strong, we have more power than we need. Instead of letting that precious energy go to waste, we could store it. Then, during the evening or on a calm day, we could use that saved up power to keep our lights on, our phones charged, and our homes comfortable. This is the key to a future powered by 100% clean energy. To do this, we need storage solutions that are big, safe, and affordable. And that is where our story takes us, to the bottom of the ocean. Researchers in Germany came up with a mind-blowing concept that sounds like something from a science fiction movie. They asked, what if we could use the immense pressure of the deep ocean to help us store energy? They designed enormous hollow concrete spheres to act as giant underwater batteries. Their project, called STENSEA, which stands for Stored Energy in the Sea, is a simple but powerful idea. It doesn't use complicated chemicals or rare materials. Instead, it uses something we have plenty of: water, concrete, and the fundamental laws of physics. This is not just a drawing on a whiteboard, it is a real technology that has already been tested. The first experiment took place in a deep lake in Germany. Scientists lowered a smaller version of the sphere about 10 feet wide into the water to prove that their idea worked. The test was a huge success. It showed that you could indeed turn a simple concrete ball into an energy storage device. This successful first step proved that the concept was sound, paving the way for bigger and more powerful versions that could one day help power our coastal cities. So how exactly does a big hollow ball of concrete become a battery? The secret is water pressure. The deeper you go in the ocean, the more the water above pushes down on you. These concrete spheres are designed to be placed very deep, maybe 2,000 feet or more below the surface, where the pressure is incredibly strong. Inside each hollow sphere is a special machine called a pump turbine. This is the heart of the system. The whole setup is connected to the electrical grid on land, or even to a nearby offshore wind farm, through a strong underwater cable. Here is how you charge the battery. When there is extra electricity, like on a very windy day, that power is sent down the cable to the sphere. The pump inside turns on and starts pushing all the water out of the hollow sphere. As the water is forced out, a vacuum is created inside. The sphere is now like a compressed spring, holding a huge amount of potential energy. It is fighting against the massive weight of the ocean, which is trying to crush it and rush back inside. The energy is now safely stored, waiting to be released. When we need that energy back, the process is simply reversed. A valve on the sphere opens up, and the incredible outside pressure instantly forces water to gush back inside. This powerful jet of water spins the turbine, which is now acting like a generator. The spinning turbine creates electricity, which travels back up the cable to the grid, ready to power our homes and businesses. Once the sphere is full of water again, the battery is empty, and it is ready to be charged up the next time we have surplus clean energy. The beauty of this system is its simplicity. It's a mechanical battery. It doesn't rely on complex chemical reactions like the batteries in our phones or electric cars. It is pure physics in action, using pressure differences to store and release energy. The main parts are a strong hollow ball and a pump that can also spin backward to become a generator. This makes the system robust and easy to understand. It is an old idea, similar to pumped hydro storage seen in mountains, but cleverly adapted for a brand new environment, the deep blue sea. The journey of the concrete sphere began with that small but mighty prototype tested in Germany's Lake Constance back in 2017. That first test was a critical moment. It proved that the sphere could be sealed tightly, that the pump turbine worked perfectly, and that the whole system could handle the intense pressures. It was like the first flight of a new airplane. It showed everyone that this amazing idea could really fly, or in this case, sink and store energy. The success of this pilot project captured the attention of engineers and energy experts all around the world. Now, the technology is taking its next giant leap forward right off the coast of California. A much bigger and more powerful sphere is being built for a new project near Long Beach. This is no small test. This new sphere will be about 30 feet in diameter and weigh a massive 400 tons. It will be anchored at a depth of over 2,000 feet. This full-scale prototype is a really big deal because it will show how the technology works in the real ocean environment and how it can connect to our actual power grid. The project is expected to be up and running by the end of 2026. What makes this California project so exciting is its scale. The new sphere is designed to store around 400 kilowatt-hours of energy. To put that in perspective, that is enough electricity to power an average American home for about 2 weeks. While that might not sound like enough to power a whole city, remember, this is just one sphere. The ultimate vision is to create underwater energy parks with dozens or even hundreds of these spheres working together. A cluster of them could store a massive amount of energy, acting as a reliable backup for an entire region. Building this new sphere is also pushing the boundaries of construction technology. A US startup named Spera is using advanced methods like 3D concrete printing to help build it. This shows how new ideas in energy can also drive innovation in other fields, like manufacturing. The project is a collaboration between German scientists who invented the concept and American engineers who are bringing it to life on a grand scale. It is a perfect example of how international teamwork can help us solve some of the world's biggest challenges. One of the best things about the concrete sphere system is the material itself. Concrete is one of the most common and affordable building materials on Earth. It is incredibly strong, especially under compression, which makes it perfect for resisting the crushing pressure of the deep sea. We already know how to make it and work with it. We do not need to mine for rare or expensive metals like lithium or cobalt, which are used in many chemical batteries. This makes the whole system much more sustainable and less dependent on complicated global supply chains. Another huge advantage is where these spheres are located. Out of sight, out of mind. Building large energy projects on land can be difficult. They take up valuable space and can face opposition from local communities who may not like the view. By placing these energy storage systems on the seabed, we avoid all of those problems. The ocean floor offers a vast, unused area that is perfect for this kind of infrastructure. The spheres can be placed near offshore wind farms, storing their energy right at the source before sending it to shore. Safety is another key feature that makes this technology so appealing. Unlike chemical batteries, which can overheat or leak harmful substances, these concrete spheres store energy mechanically. The worst thing that could happen is a leak, which would simply let seawater into the sphere and stop it from working. There is no risk of fire, explosions, or chemical spills that could harm the marine environment. Furthermore, these spheres are built to last. The concrete shell is designed for a lifespan of 50 years or more, making it a very durable and long-term investment. Ultimately, these giant underwater batteries could be a game-changer for our clean energy future. They offer a simple, safe, and scalable way to solve the problem of energy storage. By using the power of the ocean itself, we can create a reliable system to support our growing number of wind and solar farms. As we look for ways to build a cleaner, more sustainable world, it is amazing to think that part of the solution might be hiding in plain sight, waiting for us at the bottom of the deep blue sea. This is science and engineering at its very best.